D'Al Capone, you earned the Triple Crown over the weekend, taking the top spot in freestyle, folk style, and Greco. How tough is it not only to win in one of those categories, but all three?
I mean, everybody working, so it's real tough. It's real tough. I just work harder. Well, at least I try to.
What goes into making a state champion?
Wrestling in here, getting in practice, working on technique, cardio, everything.
When you're busting your butt in here and then to go over the weekend and have the weekend that you had, what does it mean to see all your work pay off?
Feel good. Feel real good. Let me know I'm doing something right.
What has the sport of wrestling meant to you?
It's just a sport, for real, for real.
How many hours and stuff like that does it take to go into like getting to where you are in the sport?
Well, I try to practice at least an hour a day. Really, cardio, technique.
Talking about some of your achievements outside of this program, Team USA, when you found out that you qualified to be with that team in the 15U category, right? When you found out when you got that opportunity, what did that mean to you? Just to know that not only are you getting recognized locally, but now nationally.
Man, it's a compliment from the coaches. They helping me work, train, get into that next level.
What would you say to somebody, maybe a young wrestler that's looking up to you? What would you say to him or her, as a piece of advice?
Well, just never give up, for real, for real. I almost wanted to quit a lot of times, but I didn't. You see where I'm at right now, still working.
What's your end goal?
Well, what's my way?
What's your end goal? Where would you like to see this sport take you?
Man, I don't know. After I graduate high school, we gonna see.
Riakis, you were also a state champion over the weekend. How satisfying is it to see all your hard work pay off?
It feels good to come in first in Greco and come up here and keep working, and the grind never stopped, and it feels good.
For someone who doesn't know, how tough is this weekend of competition that you guys just went through?
It was tough because you had other state placers, other people who came there last year who won it, and then going there upsetting other people who won it from last year, and then I don't know.
What does the sport of wrestling mean to you?
It means everything to me. It's fun. It teaches you a lot of stuff in life. It teaches you how to grow, and it teaches you how to be a man or a woman. It teaches you how to have heart, how to have heart.
No, that's okay. It's all good. And then I think finally is just how satisfying, not only is it to see all your hard work pay off, but just walk me through what it takes to be a state champion in wrestling.
It means everything because you have like little people looking up to you, and you can teach them how to be one next, or you can teach them how to keep working hard to be the best you can be, and yeah.
How has this program helped get you where you want to be?
This program helped a lot because you got coaches who know how to help you or see what you need to work on to become the best, or you got coaches who know you the best, so they help you to learn what you need to work on or teach you what you need to do to come on top of the match to win the match, and they never stop supporting you, and they always gonna be there.
Matthew, walk me through this weekend of competition.
It was a pretty good weekend. A tough competition. Everybody down there was competitive. Everybody came ready to wrestle, and it was a pretty good weekend to grow and get better.
What was it like to see all your hard work come together over the weekend?
It was pretty nice. Learning and seeing what I can do in freestyle and seeing what I need to work on, seeing what I'm good at, seeing what I need to improve on.
Finally, what has the sport of wrestling meant to you?
It's always been like a way to release like anger, stress, and kind of build friendships with who you're in the wrestling room with, and brotherships, close companions,
There are no off days for Snider Wrestling, even in the club season. Joining me is head coach Matt Cochran. Coach, a lot of high finishes this weekend at the ISWA state finals, including a triple crown for D. Al Capone VZ after he placed first in every single category. Walk me through this weekend of state.
This weekend state, we brought down quite a few kids. We had 12 kids, middle school up through high school, kids who are part of USA Wrestling, a couple kids from other schools wrestling for our club, competing. Saturday was freestyle. We had 12 kids wrestle freestyle, 6th placed, including D. Al Capone winning championship, Jalen Davis winning a championship. On Sunday, we had Greco-Roman wrestling. We had 9 kids competing Greco-Roman, 8 placing, D. Al Capone winning, and Riaka Shelton winning state as well. We had multiple placers, and then we also had 2 girls wrestling in the women's division who placed as state runner-up. So we had an outstanding weekend of wrestling, freestyle and Greco, and our club program is just continuing to grow.
That's amazing. Talking about a guy like D. Al Capone, what makes him so good?
What makes him so good is there's so many things. One, he's very coachable. If you say something to him, he takes to it, he tries it, he gets after it, and goes into it. He's also humble, so he's willing to listen to other people and try to get better, and he also is driven. He sets goals, so he's not satisfied with just winning a state championship. He has bigger dreams, bigger goals on his plate.
Obviously, with club, it's through the ISWA, and then you have the IHSAA season, but what are the big differences between club and then maybe high school wrestling?
Well, high school wrestling is through the IHSA, it's through everything. It's through IHSA, and it's folk style wrestling. So that's what most people are going to be familiar with here in the United States, where you have what we see in our high school season. We crown our state champions, what you see at the collegiate level. What we're doing here with the ISWA is mostly the international style wrestling is through USA Wrestling. So what the older kids, the middle school age kids, and the high school kids were doing is they're competing so that they can then future go and compete at a national level. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to just build up. We're trying to improve wrestling. We're trying to get more people involved. And so for us, it's outside of the main IHSA wrestling season. So it turns into a club sport. So these kids are all members of USA Wrestling, and they're pushing to become better wrestlers.
Finally, Coach, it's obvious that you care, but what do you love most about coaching this team?
I love coaching this team because of the kids. It's always been about the kids. That's why you do this. So it's as much as you have somebody like a D. Al Capone and a Riakis who are state champions, you also get these first timers who are just new to the sport, and you're teaching kids who want to get better. They care for each other. They like being around each other, and they come in, they work hard, they listen. And when you're dealing with kids who want to work hard, who want to be together, who care for one another, that's a great joy to be around that.
Anything else, Coach?
No, thank you guys for recognizing us. We really appreciate it, and go Panthers.